Good Monday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter at GardenStateWX, Facebook at Garden State Weather, and of course YouTube at Garden State Weather. This is the overview for the week ahead. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith on this last Monday of November, the 29th of November, 2021. First, we'll start out with the U.S. Week 2 hazards outlook here. This was made on the 26th, so it hasn't been updated again because it was done on Friday. And this takes us from the period of the 4th of December to the 10th of December here. And what we're looking at here is the risk of much below normal temperatures across portions of New York into Maine here. We're also looking at the risk for heavy snow over Lake Superior here during this time frame, and across the southwest from just around Louisiana into off the southern Atlantic coastline here, including a large chunk of Florida. We're looking for much below normal temperatures in the darker blues, and the lighter blues, the risk for much below normal temperatures as well. And on the west coast, we're looking at the slight risk for heavy precipitation as that atmospheric river continues to develop. Day 3 to 7 hazards here from the Weather Prediction Center here in Maryland. This is valid for today, the 29th through Friday, the 3rd. Heavy precipitation across portions of the Pacific Northwest and the Northern Great Basin, Tuesday and Wednesday here. Heavy rains across portions of the Pacific Northwest. Flooding occurring or imminent across the Pacific Northwest, flooding likely over portions of the Pacific Northwest and the Northern Great Basin. Heavy precipitation across portions of mainland Alaska, that's today. High winds across portions of mainland Alaska today. Heavy precipitation across portions of Alaska's Panhandle and mainland Alaska Tuesday, Wednesday, November 30th and December 1st. And then, of course, the much below normal temperatures across Alaska during this time frame as well. And also, this area is still here in severe drought. And from the Weather Prediction Center, here is the 168-hour total precipitation, obviously here in the Puget Sound and the southern coastlines here of Alaska into the immediate west coast of Oregon here. Washington and Oregon here, this is where the heaviest precipitation is going to be. There'll also be some areas here with the frontal system that stretches down from the Great Lakes into the deep south, and then of course off of well off of the Atlantic coastal waters over the next 168 hours. And this takes us to December 6th at 7 a.m. Look at the national 7-day digital database temperatures here across the contiguous United States. The warmest spots here in the Central Plains, out back west to the desert southwest as well, and into portions of California and of Florida as well, and the deep south. And that trend will continue with warming trend here across the upper Midwest here as we head into Wednesday. The cool air still hugging into the Intermountain West here, and also across portions of the upper Midwest here, the Great Lakes into the Ohio River Valley and New England as well. And that trend really does continue through Friday the 3rd, and it's just going to get slightly colder in the northern tier here as we head into Sunday of next week, with the warmest air here across California, the southern plains, and of course the deep south, including Florida. That's the place to be if you want the warmth. So with these broadcasts, we're going to be doing several shorter versions and uploading them so that everybody gets, to see different things without having it to be too lengthy. So we're going to do the hazards and national European forecasts. That's what this video is called. And we'll start off with the 500 millibar temperatures nationally across the country for this week. Of course, the European 6Z and 18Z guidance only goes out to 90 hours, so we're not going to use that this morning. And the 12Z data is still coming in. It's up to hour 84. So we're going to use last night's run here for the 500 millibar temperatures in Celsius. You can see all the cold air still up in Canada, the Hudson's Bay area, all the way into the northern mid-Atlantic and New England states here. Temperatures do moderate at the 500 millibar level as we get into Sunday, excepting the Northeast and, of course, Canada. and that is going to be indicative of more short waves in the polar flow moving in. And here comes the next one for Monday. This one could turn out to be a storm on the East Coast or southern New England. We'll get into that in a moment. And then, we warm up ahead of the next short wave coming in the polar flow. So very active pattern is setting up across the contiguous United States. 500 millibar heights here is the blowtorch here coming across the west coast and southwestern Canada here. Notice the troughing leaving in the east, only to be reinforced again over southeastern Canada, Hudson's Bay area, into northern New England. But this is a fast flow with a lot of polar disturbances in it, and you can see as we get to, well, that's actually that is this is last night's run. And again, the same thing here prevails. West to east flow, zonal short waves in the polar flow moving into and out of the East Coast. And, another cutoff low developing in the desert Southwest here. But notice the atmospheric river here is continued to be modeled correctly here by the European model guidance as we head into Wednesday the 8th. So lots of interesting things going on in this pattern. National European model guidance is 500 millibar relative vorticity. This tells us, first off, we have that trough which has exited the East Coast now. And there's a couple of areas here of positive vorticity maximums, mainly to the west and north of the region. And you see the west to east flow here and the jet structure here across the upper Midwest as we head into the week ahead. Thursday, if we dial this back to Thursday, could be some showers again along with this next disturbance in a front moving in. The real concern here is what is going to be evolving here as we head into late Sunday and Monday. This shortwave here is forecast to dig in a neutral position here and turn slightly negative here on Monday afternoon as it approaches the Ohio River Valley. So this is going to probably induce some kind of surface cyclogenesis here along the East Coast, particularly anywhere from Delaware up to southern New England. And that could be providing us with some precipitation, and precipitation types too will matter under where the cold dome or the cold jets here are located. And then again, another area, cutoff low here in the desert Southwest as we head into Wednesday the 8th. And another shortwave positively tilted in the polar stream here. And that would be rushing east again with another area of disturbed weather coming in for next Thursday the 9th. Notice how everything here is being cut off over the Baja, but this west to east flow pattern here with this atmospheric river just continues. Back down to the surface now. This is the rain and snow across the Cascades in Washington and Oregon here. There's some short waves moving into the polar flow here to the Great Lakes. That's going to drag a warm front and then a cold front through the region on Thursday. So this will be preceded by warmer air advection and showers moving in and then out. It will be interior snow for southeastern Canada, maybe some of the interior mountains as the winds shift around to the northwest, and downslope snow again. Here comes the next clipper and frontal boundary here on Saturday, December 4th. That could bring a little bit of light snow across southern New England, the Great Lakes area, maybe some late spotty showers here across the New Jersey, New York area. And again, out west, more disturbances in the Pacific Northwest flow here across southwestern Canada, and that's all associated with that atmospheric river. That's where things get interesting, because this is not the only model guidance, but it's the one that we're currently using for this next short wave here, crossing over into the Great Lakes and adding moisture up again from the deep south. So there's going to be some kind of cyclogenesis going on here, and we'll start out with rain probably in earnest sometime around Monday afternoon. And some of that precipitation is going to switch on over or mix with some sleet and some snow over the interior northwest. Well, we just don't know where yet, but the potential is there as colder air is being drawn into the system, and the main system here across southeastern Canada weakens and the primary low deepens off the New Jersey, southern New England coast. But that flow that we talked about is so rapid that everything just gets kicked out. But there's going to be snow around here at some point during this time frame. How much? It's probably not going to be a lot, but obviously because the pattern is very progressive. As we get into Wednesday, the 8th of December, here comes the next cold front and shortwave moving in. And that's going to be preceded by warm air advection and showers that would likely end or turn to some snow showers across the interior. And again, out west, same situation ongoing.